So, Clinical Research Circle, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode. We keep you informed. We are not financial advisors. We are probably the opposite of financial advisors, but all right, we keep you informed. We want to bring you like potential curiosity strikers in your brain. So, this one is Kintara, the one I like. We're going to do two today. The one I really like, I probably like the other one too, but I need to learn more about it. But this one, I did a mini video on it already, so I know enough about it. I actually talked with Dr. Al. By the way, we got MPC, Monica Palaquitiva. We got Ashley Marigo, and then we've got Dr. Al Jazairli, all the way from Hollywood over here. Hollywood. So Kintara, this is what I like about these kind of companies. It's $58 million market cap. Very small. The reason I like this early stage company, you can get like a huge boost on just any news that's good. And they expecting Kintara is expecting some top line results from their phase 2 study for MGT VAL083 is their leading candidate, and they're using it for glioblastoma multiforme, and they're using it both in unmethylated and methylated, and recurrent and adjuvant. So they have like all the indications for glioblastoma. They already have fast track designation. And what's really interesting is they have these two studies. So they have the one study going on right now that they're sponsoring themselves. But then they have another study. They have this other phase 2, which is this one's going to end like in 2024. The other one they have is going to end this year sometime, 2021. But this one that they're sponsoring with a bunch of different companies, it's like a consortium of companies, and they were actually invited to research this. They're doing it with a group of companies, and they're doing a very interesting, like a true patient-centric type of trial. So they partner with like 6 other companies, all looking at glioblastoma, and it's a consortium of companies. So basically, they're all sharing the costs, and they're sharing. I mean, it's expensive to do clinical research, and a $58 million market cap company is not going to have expertise selecting sites and all this kind of stuff. So they actually have a study which they're using like 5 different treatments, and then VAL083 is one of them. And the study's collecting the data with AI, and they're analyzing, okay, which treatment's working better, so that the new patients that get screened and randomized, they're going to be given the better chance of having the treatments that work better. So it's a very interesting study how they're doing it. It's truly patient centric. So they have very little risk with that particular study. And then they have, but that one's not going to end until 2024. But the other one that they're sponsoring themselves is going to end in June of 2021. Yeah. So if you go on the investors page, they have a presentation actually that I'm going to put the links underneath in the show notes for you guys. But the presentation is about the actual clinical trial. And if that's not enough, they actually have more in the pipeline too. This is a small company, guys. Like, so look what they have. They have the VAL for glioblastoma. They have REM for cutaneous metastatic breast cancer. All right, so this is something that Dr. Al, as an oncologist, I mean, how common of a problem is this?
Both of them are very not this common. Both of them, but the cutaneous metastasis breast cancers, I'm not sure about the study and what the requirement is. It like a local disease recurrence in the skin, or it is
skin.
distant metastasis?
No, skin. Yeah, basically. So let's go through and you'll see. So they have 2 studies going on, FDA approved and strongly endorsed adaptive design. This is what I was telling you guys about with the patient centricity. Numerous key opinion leaders. They didn't have Dr. Al for some reason. This is a study we need to like have Dr. Al do. Next time they get you good. This is the partnership. They have Global Coalition for Adaptive Research, and it's the only company currently approved to initiate trial for all three glioblastoma groups: newly diagnosed unmethylated, newly diagnosed methylated, and recurrent. And they have 2 ongoing phase 2 studies. Like I told you guys, they're sponsoring one, and the other one's with the consortium. The one with the consortium is agile. So they are. It's supposed to be a seamless transition to phase 3, phase 2 patient. So that one's a phase 2/3, but that's not going to end till June 2024. The other one
How many
will have
patients they want? 200 patients.
150 to 200 maximum, stratified by 3 subtypes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Newly diagnosed methylated, newly diagnosed unmethylated, and recurrent.
Wow, that's a lot of patients for glioblastoma.
Yeah, and they have 35 sites currently enrolling. The Kintara was just added. It's the last company to be added to this group because there's like 5 other companies. It was just added in January of 2021. So
Wow.
this consortium, the Global Coalition for Adaptive Research, I think they're funded by the NIH or somebody's funding them. They invited Kintara because they liked their candidate so much. So they invited them. This is not like you just apply. They had to invite them in. So this is the 3 subtypes. It's the only one in the study that is can treat all 3, at least in theory. And it's an adaptive trial, like I said. The next one is REM-001, cutaneous metastatic breast cancer overview. Major unmet medical need, 40,000 patients in the U.S. High response. So what they're doing is high response rates, second generation photo dynamic therapy, extensive data from prior phase 2/3. So what is this, Dr. Al? Photodynamic therapy, second generation, localized output treatment. This is let's see if they talk more about this. REM-001, new chemical entity, 5-year data exclusivity, combination product regulatory pathway, follow-on indication. So the other thing is they have follow-up indications for all these things. So for VAL083 right now it's glioblastoma, but they're going to do platinum-resistant ovarian cancer,
No. Let's
non-small
go back
cell
to the
lung.
breast cancer. What is this? REM?
Yeah, REM's the candidate for the cutaneous metastatic breast cancer. So it's a photodynamic therapy, whatever that means.
Photodynamic. You know,
Mhm.
that's mainly, most probably, it is kind of uh, type of radiation or beam to the area where the breast cancer is.
Yeah, activated by simple red light, it says.
Yeah, exactly. The red light that have certain wave length that goes to the skin and kill cancer cell there.
Yeah, so both of these products, they have future pipeline opportunities too. This thing's only $58 million stock. The enrollment's going to begin for Kintara. They already started recruiting. So Kintara was the last company to have been invited to that agile study. In Q2 of this year, they're going to give the data updates for the phase 2 study that they're sponsoring. And they'll get top line results from the phase 2 recurrent adjuvant glioblastoma study. So that's the one that they're sponsoring themselves. The other one with the 3 different indications, the recurrent, the unmethylated, and the methylated, they're doing it with a consortium. But the one for recurrent and adjuvant is they're sponsoring themselves. So they're going to have the top line results from that phase 2 by June, I think. And then their leadership team. Let's look.
That's mean the medicine works, and that's why they transition from recurrent to first line.
Yeah, so here's where I would want to ask you questions, Dr. Al, because
Me?
this is the mechanism of action for VAL03. What do you think
I
about
hate
this?
chemistry.
Yeah, what do you what do you think? You or well, I guess you would be the main guy for this. So
Yeah.
what are we
I was
looking
like,
at?
I was not good in chemistry.
So what's your question?
So what is this mechanism of action? Like, is this unique? Is this new? Um, you have the VAL plus the 2 guanine bases on DNA and it makes the VALOA3 intrastrand crosslink, ICL. This is like the technology.
They're telling you about the unique mechanism of action, create an strand DNA cross-link at the N7 position of the guanine, resulting in double-strand break and damage and killing cancer cells. So mainly the guanine that incorporated originally in the DNA to make the normal DNA. This is they're giving you like guanine with who have N7 position. With this position of this nitrogen can cause destruction of the DNA and killing the cancer cell. That's what's specific about it.
Okay, so
So you see the DNA is like going interlinked together.
yeah.
So this is will break down the link between the two DNAs and break the whole DNA.
Is there any other treatment similar to this that you're aware of?
No.
Wow.
So there you go, guys. $58 million. I found this one thanks to the internet. I bought this one too, not financial advice, and don't do what I do because I'm not actually good at stocks. So don't do what I do.
Just loves
But-
reporting on stocks.
You need to see the market cap for this, like about what's the population that they can be used and what's the it is
Yeah.
like and it's a new treatment. It is something like innovative and something new that can help the patient and like this, but in regard of making money from these companies.
Yeah. So they
Okay,
say this
that's-
is from their presentation, more than $800 million market, growing to 1.4 billion in 2027, 30,000 newly diagnosed patients in US, EU, 14,000 recurrent patients in US, EU. So that's
Wow.
the numbers that they're giving. And this is the clinical data ongoing phase 2 results. TMC historical comparator, 25 patients, 27 pages, patients, median progression-free survival, 8.7 months, 10 months for the MDACC newly diagnosed adjuvant, 16.5 months overall survival, and 18.2 months for the newly diagnosed.
That's excellent number. Comparing to the other one that's underneath it, the current patient who's getting lumestine or other things, 7.2 months, and this is giving them almost a whole year extra.
Yeah.
Right.
And GBM is very, very, very devastating disease.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that's my little company I'm gonna share with you guys. And then
Okay.
here's the
See the
photodynamic
photodynamic
therapy.
thingy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
light
So
energy
light
source,
goes to the DNA.
catalyst
to
to
destroy it.
absorb and transfer energy to oxygen, plus oxygen created by, and then they cause the cell death. So
Interesting.
I don't know. They do something with
very
T cell
interesting.
responses too. PDT induces this for the cutaneous metastatic breast cancer, not for the glioblastoma. The glioblastoma is the DNA breakage in the cancer cell itself.
Interlinked breakage.
But how do they target just the cancer cell and not anything else? Or I guess that's what they're studying, right?
I know, but you have adenine and guanine and cytosine and the all this incorporated in the DNA. So changing the guanine base of the DNA that can make it break.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what if it goes to
Okay.
like another part of the cell, like that's not
It is
cancer?
in the DNA. It is not integrated in the cell. It's integrated only in the DNA.
But that's in the nucleus, no? Of the cancer cell.
Yes, in the nucleus of the cancer cell itself, and that's
So I
why when
guess,
you
like-
destroy the DNA, you destroy the cell.
But how does the treatment not go potentially to like another cell that's non-cancer cell? Like I guess that's why they're doing the study in the first place, right? To see
To see what the side effect or
probably the immune response to this.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I know like the gene therapy stuff is promising, but like when they first started doing it, people died from that. This is like all this innovative stuff is cool, but then like the immune response takes over and you don't know what you can get. But this is
but
more
that's
advanced.
what they're doing. Even if the guanine goes to different type of cell, but they directing the light to destroy the the DNA that have abnormal guanine cell.
Mm.
No, underneath with the light.
Oh, the
Okay.
light? That's for the breast cancer, cutaneous metastatic breast
That
cancer.
one. Mhm.
Uh-huh. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what their idea of using things like this, like to be targeted to that thing.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I was asking about this one, sorry. Like how did they know that it's only going to the cancer cell and not to a healthy cell and breaking up their
No,
DNA?
it will go to the normal cell and cancer cells. Okay, but the cancer cell will uptake more because it grows faster than the normal cell.
Oh, okay. So if you can damage your DNA in a healthy cell and it's fine.
And it's okay, and it can come back, but you want
It
to
will
damage
repair
the
itself.
DNA of the cancer cell so it will die.
Okay, I got you.
Because normally you damage your cell on a daily basis in different rates for each organ.
Epigenetics.
Uh-huh.
You damage
Yeah,
it when
well,
you drink Diet Coke.
No, but normally, like your skin, your GI tract, it change in a every almost every 3 days. Your skin every 7 days. Your red
Okay.
blood cell every 3 months. So you damage it normally because it have life expectancy. This is will damage it more, but you bring up normal cells. But
No
with
wonder
this
I couldn't understand these concepts in med school. That's why I drop out. But now you make it easier. I should have had a
You're
teacher like you. I should have had a teacher like
That's
you in the
very-
med school.
Oh,
We got Blue. We went from a $58 million market cap to 1.9. Let's call it 2.
billion.
A cool 2 billion
2 billion.
market cap, which is still small. Viva is like 39 billion, which I don't believe anybody is gonna beat them. But that's third. Just to put things in perspective, this is a big company. We're analyzing BlueBird. It's only 2 billion. Viva is 39 billion. Right.
Wow.
So
39 billion.
39 billions.
let's look. All right, guys.
Which one they consider it
Bonus
big cap
for
and
you guys.
small
Okay,
cap?
37 billion. Today went down a little. It was 39 billion at one point.
Ooh.
And IQVIA, the biggest CRO, is right under there, 35
IQVIA
billion.
is the biggest CRO? I didn't know that.
By far. Yeah. Yeah. PPD, I don't know. Maybe one of us worked there. I don't know. 12.9. 12.9. 12.9. They're like the second or third biggest one. Okay, so Blue. Monica's up. But look, while we're looking, let me show you guys. KMPH, you can see what's on my mind, but that's another video. Blue, let's see what the community says. Blue, will approval happen during trading hours? Wow. They're getting ready for approval. Nope.
Mhm.
If it comes early, then it's possible. Usually after hours, but not always. They could do CRISPR or what?
No, yeah,
I think they're involved in something like CRISPR.
MMA.
CAR T cells, they are doing for
CAR T cell,
sickle
they do
cells
CAR T
too.
cell Blue.
Phase 1 or not, but the results of this were really, really good. And the article I sent you, it speaks about that, and
Okay, let's go to the article.
also the associations that they have. They have many partnerships.
I see.
What are some of the main partnerships? I'm just curious.
Bristol Myers right here, Regeneron.
Ooh, Regeneron.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good thing it's not AstraZeneca. They're in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Novo Nordisk, Magenta Therapeutic,
Pharmaceutical.
Genetics.
Yep.
The CAR T, chimeric antigen receptor T, CAR T cell product candidate for the treatment of multiple myeloma. So that's the one that's getting okay, because I didn't even see that on their website. They didn't show that on their website.
No.
Okay.
And then they are doing also collaborations with Medigen AG to discover T cell receptors, the TCR candidates in the field of cancer. They have a lot of partnerships.
Yeah, that's
So StockTwits likes it.
and it's only $29, right?
Yeah, they're putting rocket ships and things like that.
But Dan, look at this. It is strange that they're doing it in combination with other company, and it's not on their pipeline.
I
That's
know. I
mean
noticed that.
so most probably that's mean that their stock will not gonna get affected because it could be they're running it for other companies.
Okay.
Yeah, but the PDUFA's in their
I know,
name.
but if it is their medicine, it should be on their pipeline.
I know. I know. That's what I was weirded out with that.
Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about because
We're building platforms with broad therapeutic potential because the CRISPR Therapeutics also is partnering, right, with Vertex. So CRSP, founded by the lady who co-discovered the Cas9 system. See, that's an $8.6 billion company. I actually do own this stock, CRISPR, and so should everybody.
Yeah.
But they partner with Vertex. So if you look on their website, they actually have that in their pipeline. But BlueBird, for some
they don't
reason,
have it.
yeah, but they do gene addition therapy, cancer immunotherapy, gene editing. I
Oh.
see.
Yeah, and they do also, they are doing CAR T cells too,
Yeah.
research.
Launching 2 independent, fully integrated commercial stage companies. Spin out BlueBird Tech Oncology. So they're gonna spin out BlueBird Oncology. BlueBird to separate oncology business into independent company. So you're gonna have Blue SGD, which is I guess the genetic, and then the Blue Oncology. IDECEL for multiple myeloma. That's the one that's I guess coming up. Optimize product engine to deliver 1 to 2 INDs per year. Crack the solid tumor code. You know what? You know why I think this is actually a good company? Kathy Wood owns this in the ARC G.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Kathy
she
would
owns
mention
BlueBird.
this a lot though. Yeah, she did. She actually had 2 interviews and she mentioned this BlueBird twice.
Yeah. Demands a
Oh,
multi-part solution. Complex problem.
The owner of ARC, right? The owner?
Yeah, ARC Invest, Kathy Wood.
Kathy Wood.
We need to invite her on the show.
I mean, if she could get on, that would be amazing, but
I think she would.
that
I
would
think
be
she would
Dan,
too.
I think she would.
I'll
Dan,
try.
take a look of the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm trying to go down. Let's see. I wish they would just get to the point. Because I get the mRNA. They have a bunch of like technology, I get it, but I want to see. Okay, here's the pipeline. Oncology, deep pipeline of potentially transformative medicine. This is the one that's coming up. CAR MMA, multiple myeloma. This is the one that's coming up for approval right now, PDUFA. And next gen CAR T. So the one on this is the one. IDECEL BB2121.
That's the one. Yeah.
BB2121. And then they have another one, BB21217. Switch
Yeah.
receptor neutralizes TGF beta in collaboration with Regeneron and Medigene.
Ooh.
This particular one.
Oh,
I
I
like the
found
partnerships a lot.
Ashley,
Yes.
Yeah, me
when do you
too.
think you can buy you will buy this company now or wait until it dips more?
Well, you know, I mean, because I trade, so I have a different perspective than the long-term buyer, right? Because I think right now, even though yes, all this is really great, and I do believe it's going to continue to go up, and the value is definitely there. I mean, I would invest like no financial advice, but I would personally invest in this and a few other ones that we've gone over. But I believe that there is going to be another dip, and I don't like putting it, even though it's just $29, right? Like for instance, one of them. I know I could probably get in lower, so I'm gonna wait.
But what if the
That's why I
PDUFA
was
comes?
asking you because I knew there is something.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's just because I'm looking at the macro aspect, not like just like the business. I'm looking at other things that are also gonna affect the markets, not just the stock market, but other things, because they're all kind of intertwined in their own way. And so, because of how there's indications in other areas that the stock market will eventually get affected, and as a trader, you see there's technical analysis and then there's a fundamental analysis. When you put them both together, there's a lot of signs that can show you this or that. And obviously, not all of them are right. With the consistent printing of the money, with all of these things happening, and then with the job losses still going up, but also while the bonds are being sold at a crazy rate, but we're not, then the dollar's going down 10%. Like there's just so many aspects that are coming that are happening that also don't make sense data wise, but because they are manipulating the money right now. That's it's manipulation through the printing and all of that stuff. And um eventually it's gonna stop.